Good evening, good evening. After a little tech snafu there, we'll try again. Hopefully everybody can see and hear me okay this time. I'm just going to check that I'm live before we get going. So if you are joining me, let me know. Let me know where you're joining me from. And let's see. Okay, so we've got one set of eyes, which means that I must be live. So again, there we go. Just checking because I can't see comments. Hey Earl, good to see you. So this is very different to the normal thing that you guys will see me doing. Normally you'll see me do the daily tap on here, and this is very different in the sense that we are going to be doing tapping, but we're going to, hi Tanya, hi Jeanette, but we're going to be doing it to send love, healing and courage and whatever else you want to send in terms of like, let's say higher vibrations. And I don't mean as in we're expecting people to have a higher vibe given what's gone on. The reason that I want to do this, hey Lisa, is because there's a massive amount of power in the collective consciousness. So what we can do with tapping, hey Kay, is we can tap and we can send positive thoughts and intentions, or healing thoughts and supportive thoughts and intentions, to the people of Turkey and Syria who have been affected, the ones themselves, their families, anybody over here who has relatives over there, anybody badly affected by it, anybody who's struggling with it, in fact, because we all feel, the pain of this, whether we're directly involved in it or not, right? So for anybody taking part, you will be able to soothe the feelings that you're having about it. But the intention behind this in the main is to send any uplifting, positive or calming, courageous vibrations to the people in Turkey and Syria who are struggling right now with everything that's going on. Send them hope, send them whatever you feel, okay, is appropriate right now. Now, the thing with distance tapping is, if you know anything about Reiki or distance energy work, when we don't have somebody's permission to do distance energy work on their behalf or to send things to them, we can't sort of tap to change the outcome, if you like. Now, nothing will change what's happened. We know that. Okay. So the caveat here is we are tapping to send as much support as we can. Okay. We can't change anything. We can't, encourage anybody to feel any differently. But if we send as much support and love and courage and healing as we can, then that will ripple out across the ether. And, the way that the universe works is that we send out a vibration. And if we send it out strongly enough and there's enough of us, it will reach them, right? They will feel it somehow. They won't necessarily know where it's from or what it's about. But even if we can just spark a tiny bit more calm, in a situation, not that it's a situation that you should be calm in, but in these situations, you need to be able to think clearly. You need to be able to take care of things. You need to be able to make decisions, right? And so if we tap to be calm ourselves and we send that intention forward, that we are sending that vibration over to Turkey and Syria and anybody who needs it, then they will benefit from this as well. And if that helps one person make a clearer decision and find some more courage and all the rest of it, then that, as far as I'm concerned, is my job done. So I really wanted to do this just to send what we can, just to help as much as we can. So what I'm going to do is just lead us through some tapping, and I haven't pre-prepared it. I haven't written a script. It's not like that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap into sort of channel whatever comes through, basically. Hi, Kimmy. Good to see you. And I would love you all if we can just, for a minute before we get started, just give your hands a rub together and just get that energy flowing. And just place your hands over your heart center and take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just feel that connection you're making with yourself, that circuit. And just arrive in the space. So what I mean by that is, wherever your mind is off thinking about other things, just call it back now. Wherever your energy is off attached to something else or someone else, call it back now because we need it. Okay. Focus on the moment. Be present, be here, and set the intention that whatever we do tonight and whatever we send over for the people of Turkey and Syria and anybody else affected is for their greatest and highest good and nothing but, and for the greatest and highest good of the collective. Okay. And anything that is unhelpful, anything that is released in the process of doing this tapping is sent back up into the universe for recycling for its greatest and highest good. Okay. This is an incredibly stressful, traumatic time for many people. And so some of the wording that I use is going to nod to that. Okay. If this brings things up for you, then I definitely advise you to keep tapping. And if you do find it emotionally overwhelming, the best thing you can do is to keep tapping. Okay, so the safety protocol is get your feet flat on the floor and then like pedal your feet back and forward so that you can feel the earth, the ground underneath your feet. Even if it's carpet, doesn't matter what it is, just make that contact with the ground. And if you get emotionally overwhelmed throughout this, then you can just ground yourself. So hands over your heart center and just take a look around you and just look all around and notice what's there left and right. And just take some deep breaths and know that you are in this moment, you are present and you are safe. Okay. If you can, I highly advise you to keep tapping. So for the purpose of this, if you've never tapped before, then I just want you to take 2 fingers and follow me round, tap where I tap, say what I say, and just focus your intention on sending as much support and love and calm and healing and courage as we can over to Turkey and Syria and anybody else involved. Okay, anybody else who needs it. So I'm going to tap on the side of our hands. Just follow me round. Even though this is an incredibly upsetting time, right here and right now, we can choose to regulate and be calm. Even though we are at a distance, and it may feel hard to help from here, right here and right now, we are harnessing the power of the collective consciousness to send love, healing, and courage to the people of Turkey and Syria. Even though this feels overwhelmingly sad, and there may be feelings of helplessness, right here and right now, as we tap and release, we send love, healing, and courage to anyone affected at this incredibly sad time. Okay, so up to the eyebrow. Everything that's happening in Turkey and Syria. Outside of the eye. All of the people affected. Under the eye. All the lives that have been lost. Under the nose. And all the lives that will never be the same. We gather together today to honor this huge, immeasurable loss. And to stand in solidarity with the people of Turkey and Syria. Where we cannot help monetarily or physically, where we cannot help in person, we can tap together today to harness the vibration of healing, of deep love, and of courage. And we can send that forward with intention. To anybody affected at this very sad time. And even through our own sadness and grief, we can share some stronger, more positive vibrations. To uplift and to reassure. To calm and to soothe. And to perhaps bring a glimmer of hope. Hope that more survivors may be found. Hope that help is coming. And as the world gathers together, we also send out gratitude for all the support. So we send our intention forward now. To connect with those in Turkey and Syria. And anybody else affected. And we send you all of our love. All the strength we can muster. All the resilience we can summon. And all the comfort that we cannot bring you in person. Sending this forward now. Okay, come to a stop, take a nice deep breath. Oh, excuse me. Always has that effect. Okay. If there's anything anybody else would like to include, if you want to do some tapping on your own, it's a really lovely thing to do. You can just tap and say how you feel. And if you can't kind of remember where to tap and what to say at the same time, then just maybe tap on the side of your hand or your collarbones and just say how you feel. Just say any message that you want to send. I think the more that we do at this time, I think the better, because as I say, we can send strength and support and courage out, and whether they know where it comes from or not, it may just help a little bit, So thank you for joining me. It was only ever going to be a short one, but I hope that you feel the intention behind it. I hope that it resonated with you. And I hope it goes some way to soothing your sadness and grief as well around this, for the suffering that your fellow humans are going through right now. So I'm going to love you and leave you with that, and I will see you again tomorrow.